Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Q, and today we are going to talk tractor. But before we even get into that, please like and subscribe. Hit the comment section down below. Help boy out with the algorithm. And if you would like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop right here at teespring.com, a DJ Keo store. Got some cool shirts in there. And if you would like to support the channel and you are dead broke, you can just let the ads play. All right. Shout out to DJ Intense for sending this to me on Instagram. If you have any stories or anything you want me to check out, please send me the links. Not Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, here. You can message me anywhere here. My email is in the YouTube. Anyways, all right, let's get into this thing. I did a State of the Union earlier this year for Tractor. I think like 11 months, actually earlier last year, 11 months ago. And I was focused. I've done a couple State Unions for Tractor, and I was more focused on how can we turn the company around? How can we reach other DJs? What can they do in the short term? So I came up with a bunch of solutions, and that included working social media, highlighting new DJs, doing all this kind of stuff. The other thing that I was focused on is what can they do in the short term, and one of the things that's pressing for Tractor is support for other gear. So this year alone, we've had the Rain controller one or one controller, depending on how you say it. We've had the Pioneer S7 and S11 come out, and Tractor is not going to support any of these DJ platforms, whether it's the mixer or it's the controller. And if you do, you have to MacGyver this thing and kind of Frankenstein it into working. Like it should work. It's just more of the fact that you need Tractor to go on their end and fix the MIDI stuff, which they're not doing and they're not going to do. And so, it's up to the community to kind of get these things going. But, even that is a hassle. So a lot of times there's a lot of DJs that were like, well, I like this new mixer. I like this new DJ controller, whatever. Oh, it doesn't work with Tractor. Well, Serato or Record Box it is, or Virtual DJ, because Virtual DJ does the work. At a bare minimum, they at least do the heavy lifting for you, and then you got to tweak it on your end. But at least for on their end, they definitely do the heavy lifting for you to get you part of the way. Tractor supports only a few mixers, and it could support more because it is an open platform now. Again, the MIDI mapping. A lot of DJs do not want to go through that hassle. Most people just want to plug in your laptop to whatever controller and it just works. And that just works thing is a huge selling point for virtual DJ, and it's the reason why Tractor is losing market share. All right, so I don't want to rehash all that stuff. I talked about that before. Today we're going to talk about Tractor because it was a friend Francisco investments bought into Tractor. Now they didn't say how much they bought it for, but EMH, that's another investment company, paid 50 million euros, I believe in 2017, and they got some controlling rights to the company. And I gotta be honest, for Native Instruments in general, for the music production side, they made some ground there, and it's like a 60% increase in revenue, which is a huge deal. Most of these companies, when they take in, they either lose money or they just make a slight gain, and that's pretty much it. But it's 60% gain, and they're attributing it to EMH investment. So, I mean, they must be doing something right. However, the part of the company, which is why you guys are subscribed to this channel, and the part of the company that everybody who's watching this video cares about, seems to be consistently losing ground over the last couple of years with no end in sight. So with the EMH investment group, that's a hard way to say that, but with their investment in the company, they have come out with two controllers, S4 Mark III and the S2. And those are two solid controllers. I'll be honest, they were good controllers. But, a lot of DJs were looking for a Z2. They were looking for a Z4. They were looking for different types of styles of controller. Making another S4, while that was good, that wasn't the areas that a lot of people were looking for. And so lost more market share. Now, here's the thing. I'm a huge Tractor fanboy. I love Tractor. I still use it to this day, even though I complain about it every time I talk about it, but I still like Tractor. And to a lot of people, I've always said that if there was never another update for Tractor, Tractor's still a solid DJ platform as it stands right now. They are so forward thinking for a lot of things that, a lot of these other DJ companies are just catching up right now, especially for the music side of it, for the production side. But these other guys are innovating in areas that Tractor is not innovating in. For instance, uh, when it comes to streaming services, Tractor is not innovating in the streaming services area. Uh, they don't support anything. Tractor DJ, the free, super basic tablet based version, has SoundCloud on there, but that's pretty much it. And it is not ready for prime time, doesn't support a lot of controllers, and it's really designed to be used on a tablet or a phone in a pinch. But uh, as far as you doing gigs with it, I wouldn't suggest that at all. They seem to be innovating in certain areas of the company, but not in the areas we want. I looked at the press release and it said all the good stuff that you want to hear. Oh, we're gonna work together and we're merging all this stuff. Tractor users and machine users in particular have been begging Native Instruments to merge the two of them together and not use Ableton Link. I mean, like actually integrate Tractor and machine so that you can use the machine controllers or you can mix and match with the software and have a better connection integrated into the software. A lot of people have been asking for this. I've seen a lot of DJs use machine to connect to their sets and whatever, but it's like taped on with duct tape. It's not native. And again, this is things that people for years people have been begging for this stuff, and it looks like now they're going to address it. How they address it, I don't know. I don't have the answers for that, but it looks like they're going to finally get around to doing it, which is great. Now the question I have is what percentage of the DJ market is in heavy with the production side of it? Like I make beats, I've sold beats to artists. Uh, I don't really do it that much anymore, but like I'm interested in that kind of stuff. But I don't think most Tractor users care about these things. Like when stems came out, I only think like it was a small percentage of DJs even bothered to use it, and I think that's one of the problems. That's why it kind of fell off. I don't know if music production is the huge selling point for a lot of DJs who are actually a lot of people who are using machine to get into the Tractor side of things, or for people who use Serato or Record Box to check out Tractor. I don't know if machine or complete is the type of things that people want to draw them back into the thing. I'm When I look at this thing, I always constantly look at brand new gear that comes out and I see what supports it. And Tractor's never on this list. So, I mean, I don't want to go over this again. Like we've talked about this a million times, but they have to do something about the gear and especially the mixers. There's a lot of DJs, especially turntablists and this kind of stuff that use, your 2 channel, 4 channel mixers to DJ with. And if there's no buttons on it and it's just a straightforward sound card and a mixer with some knobs, Tractor supports it. It supports it great, works out fine, whatever. Uh, for the people who use Serato or Record Box and they want to go over the Tractor, like it's just not there for them. And so they need this stuff. They need Tractor to do the heavy lifting or the community to come out with some MIDI maps to help them get to the other side of this thing. I don't have the answers for that, but I would suggest the Francisco company or investment group, if you guys ever do watch this, spend some money supporting other gear. especially things like the Rain Controller One or One Controller, especially stuff like that. These are things that the entire DJ community has lit up about. They're excited for. People are they're they're looking in their couches right now to pull the money up to go buy this thing. And then they look at it and are like, well, only Serato supports this thing. No, you have to get this thing so Serato supports it and Traktor. You have to add Traktor onto every controller, every major controller, all the top selling controllers, all the low end controllers that a lot of DJs get into. So your Hercules stuff, your Pioneer SB, whatever, your 400 Pioneer mix, like all the low end gear, all the high end gear, all your Denon stuff. You have to support all this. You have to. This is your way back into this group. Now, I think as far as a platform as it stands, even without, a major update, whatever, Traktor is solid as it stands right now. Like I could might be on a limb on this, because I do love Traktor, but I believe that Traktor as it stands right now is solid. Now, you need to get off your high horse and add support for streaming. And I mean all of them. Tidal, BeatSource, SoundCloud, all of them. Spotify, if you can do it. Every last streaming platform you need to support, and every high-end controller gear, every high-end mixer, every low-end mixer, every low-end controller, you need to support it. At least do the MIDI mapping part. Even if you're not going to fully support it out the box, drop a MIDI map on the website. And I've said this a million times already. The fact that I have to keep saying it over and over drives me crazy. Anyways, you know what? I'm done rambling about this. I am hopeful. Again, I got the hopium full on juice right now. So far, Traktor is not giving me anything. If you're not even going to support anything yet, at least do a press release saying, hey, all these other DJs and then SL DJ Keo, this is what we're going to do for the next 6 months. Do that. At a minimum, do that. And then you know what? People could be like, oh, okay. Because at the end of the day, the biggest problem, more than supporting any new gear, supporting all the streaming services, adding new features, the biggest problem is still communication. Nobody has any idea where this thing is going. People are not willing to hitch their ride to this ship if they don't know where this ship is going. Is it the Titanic? Is it Leonardo DiCaprio's yacht? Which is it? You got to let us know. Which is this thing? Are there bikinis on here or is it an iceberg? You have to let us know, right? You got to let us know. That's a terrible analogy. I apologize for it, but you guys have to let us know. What are you guys doing? What are your plans? You have to say something, because I gotta be honest, it has been crickets for a longest time and it's not helpful. It's not helpful for the DJs hanging on for dear life. And it's not helpful for the DJs that left. And it's not helpful for the DJs that could potentially be on board. You have to let people know. And I'm telling you, man, just a statement saying, hey, we're going to support this gear coming soon. Hey, we are going to release a new update coming soon. Hey, streaming services down the pipe. We've made all the licensing deals, whatever we had to do to make that happen. We've talked to all the people at all these companies, coming soon. That's all you have to do. At a minimum, if you did that, people would be like, you know what? All right, I'm not going to leave yet. I don't have to sell my gear yet. I don't have to trash the company yet. That's me. My bad. That's just me. Anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited about this? Are you tepid? I left a poll on my YouTube channel in the community section. I asked, are you excited about this? I had a yes, a no, and a doom and gloom no. And I think the majority of people seem to be happy the last time I checked. I haven't checked it since I started recording this, but I'll put the results up on the screen. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And peace out, bitches.